Hossam Abdin, who's got an excellent record through these championships. He came unstuck at the hands of Arlen Lopez, the multi-talented Cuban, but he wasn't disgraced in that, and he previously beat the number 4 ranked Vicas in the previous rounds. Here's Michael O'Reilly. What a fantastic reception he's getting. What a fantastic competition he's had so far. He went out at the hands of one of the boxers in the championships, Bektemir Melikuziev, who's in the final at middleweight. But O'Reilly beat Alan Kanuli, the number 2 seed in the previous round, and that's an outstanding scalp to have on his record, and he definitely has the ability, the skills and the tools for the job to win this one.
Yeah, it's in his own hands. I think he's the better boxer, and it's up to him to go out and perform tonight. But yeah, he's had some fantastic results in this tournament, and he's been involved in some good battles as well. The one against the Australian Lewis stood out for me, a real tear up, and he's come through that one.
And there are the cheers for Michael O'Reilly. Already medalist this year already at Sofia, where he got a silver. Baku, it was gold. Here is bronze in the World Championships. That's an outstanding result for him. Could it get better still? Can he make those Irish fans happier yet, with Condon still to come?
Well, great support, hasn't he? Ringside as well.
I wondered against Melikuziev in the semi-finals if he was just a little tight-legged, if maybe the competition was starting to get to him in terms of the effort. He put so much into that performance against Alan Kanuli in what was a battle of wits and speed. He couldn't stay away from the young southpaw from Uzbekistan. But he's got a style in front of him that theoretically should be tailor-made for him.
Yeah, styles make fights, and you'd expect it to be, but Abdin is yet to start throwing his shots, and O'Reilly's first to the punch so far this round.
Abdin, who's been to the quarterfinals of an Olympic Games, actually the same one that David picked up a bronze in back in Beijing. He's got so much experience, and we saw against Lopez in the semi-finals. He is one hard, tough man.
Rugged, tough man, and what he's just done there, Abdin, is probably his best chance of landing his punches, and that's letting his own shots go, as O'Reilly commits with his punches.
O'Reilly let 2 go, and he tried to counter with the one right hand.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to beat O'Reilly to the punch first off. I think he's going to have to wait till O'Reilly's in mid-combination.
There is a glimpse of what O'Reilly's been so good at in these championships. A right to the body and then dancing out of range. Quick-witted and fleet-footed.
Yeah. If Abdin just holds that tight guard and follows O'Reilly down the ring, then he hasn't got a very good chance of winning at all. Like I just said, when O'Reilly's throwing them 3s and 4s, Abdin needs to whip 1 or 2 over the top.
Oh, he took a left hand there, the Irishman. You see, he can switch as well from southpaw to orthodox throughout these rounds.
Yeah, really good on his feet, isn't he? Just moves side to side, gets himself out of trouble with them feet. Look at that there, just stepping out of range from Abdin. The slower feet.
Can't tell you how good a performance that, in a very, very tight quarter-final, when the reigning world champion, the southpaw Alan Kanuli, it was paper thin between the pair of them. To come out on top in that particular fight against that kind of opponent, one of the best results of his championship and his career today.
Yeah, great performance.
There he is, in and out of range again, O'Reilly. Nice jab. It's been a good round for the Irishman.
It has been a good round, and Abdin's waiting for O'Reilly to finish throwing his punches and then firing back with his own, and when he does that, O'Reilly's feet he's half a metre away already, and he's nowhere near him. Like I said, he's literally going to have to go punch for punch with O'Reilly.
Yeah, you see 3 punches into range and then away and gone again before Abdin had a chance to remove the gloves from the defensive posture round his face. I don't know if the graphic came up, but I think Abdin's been given the round on all 3 scorecards, which is a surprise.
Yeah, it's a surprise for me. I mean, obviously these judges of the nature where they prefer to come forward boxer, but Abdin hardly thrown any punches for me. He's getting to work now, but O'Reilly outpunched him 2 for 1.
Times 3 for 1, as we saw in that slow motion highlight. He's back on his feet, back to his boxing. O'Reilly, who's some 7 years younger than the Egyptian. Abdin turns 30 in just a few weeks' time. Is he going to have an early birthday present here in the shape of Olympic qualification?
Coming up from different angles with his shots there, O'Reilly, but as he done it, he left his chin hanging out, and he just caught a right hand from Abdin then. Abdin, though he isn't doing much, his defence is tight. But he's not doing enough offensively for me to take the rounds. He's just having to take them on the gloves, and that's it.
Again, 4 or 5 punches from O'Reilly, many of them on the gloves. There he goes again and out of range.
Good counter from O'Reilly to the body. A little side step, dropped the shoulder and fired it in.
Head up, guys.
Nice.
Head up.
A couple of body shots from the pair of them. A reminder from the referee to keep the heads up. That's all part of the new heads up campaign from Aiba, as they both land punches.
One day, guys. Watch your head up.
O'Reilly just as if that front shoulder brought the left uppercut out of the line of vision of Abdin, and it just surprised him and lifted his head up. Great scoring shot. Hopefully the judges will have taken note of that one.
More aggressive though after this one. Gum shield flies out the air. Is that O'Reilly's? Yes.
Landed a good left hook there, O'Reilly, in that exchange.
Placed by Billy Walsh as a quick word of encouragement to O'Reilly. Seems to have done even better in this round with punches and landing than he did in the first.
O'Reilly's trying to feint to draw a lead from Abdin, but he's not really reacting to the feints.
There was a good right hand, short right hand there from the Egyptian. Has his own support with the drums and black and red and white flags over on the far side. It's at the final minute then. How are the judges seeing this one? Terrific, outstanding work from O'Reilly.
Yeah, that was good work again, just tipping that right shoulder, firing that right hook into the body. Something he's been working on in the gym, because he does it so naturally.
I think he had to go through 5 fights when he won it back earlier on in the year, so he's used to the demands of a championship like this. One last effort from the engine, one last push from the legs. It'll all be worthwhile in the morning if he can do it.
Landed a good right hand there. Abdin has had his own success. He just landed a couple of good body shots before, but not an outstanding again for me from Abdin.
Yeah, they acknowledge each other at the end. A respectful nod from Hossam Abdin, who secured the first round. Wonder how they saw that second. There you can see the Irish corner living every moment as you see some of the highlights. That was the 1-2 body shot. Fantastic punch from O'Reilly, and then he was out of range again. There was some terrific stuff in there. Abdin landed with a few of his own. And I believe that Abdin got it again on all 3 judges' scorecards. I suspect O'Reilly won't be able to believe that when he reflects later on this evening, and at the moment he's going to be reflecting in disappointment.
Great start to the round this fight. O'Reilly's thrown his punches in 4 and 5s, just then putting them together really well, and Abdin, by the time he's thrown his own counter, O'Reilly is over the other side of the ring with that footwork.
One of the first times we've seen O'Reilly really coming forward, trying to land the body shot. That's been a factor of the championships, hasn't it, David? The number of boxers working effectively to the body has been a pleasant surprise.
It has. It's been good to see that boxers have been working on it over the last couple of years. O'Reilly's just backed Abdin up to the ropes a few moments ago with a good combination, and he wants more of that. If he can back Abdin up, then you win the round, no problem, although he is chasing the fight at this moment. But Abdin seems to be strictly a come forward, let your fighter, and let's see O'Reilly just back him up again like that. There we go.
Most of those did actually miss. Abdin did well to move his head as he was reeling backwards, both landing big punches.
He did, he moved his head well, but he didn't look too comfortable doing it, so encouraging for O'Reilly.
Watch the head, guys, watch the head.
O'Reilly tried to lean away to the side, but still there was a right hand onto the cheek from Abdin. And again,
Abdin is landing some sneaky shots. As O'Reilly's throwing his shots, little right hands over the top that the judges may be taking note of. Good head movement there from O'Reilly. Really is a slick boxer.
Some nice feints from Abdin as we head inside the final minutes.
No holding, come on.
Irish fans trying to encourage their man.
Falling in over his front foot a little bit there, O'Reilly. Starting to feel the pace maybe, which is understandable, but it's the final one of the tournament, and this is the time to find that extra 5%. O'Reilly, I think he's got this though, Alex, to be fair, and I'd understand why he'd think that.
Closing seconds of this one. Medal ceremonies still to come.
Abdin ready to see the round out himself, so he may think he's a worthy winner.
Now that was a close one. I actually think Abdin landed the more eye-catching shots. There's a couple of those sneaky right hands you touched on there. I think that may well have secured in that round anyway, but the damage was done on the scorecards in the first two. First was closer than the second. I thought O'Reilly had the lion's share of the pair off them, but I sense it's going to be Irish disappointment.
Timing his counters well there in that round, Abdin. Still, if I didn't know what the judges had scored the first two rounds, I'd be expecting O'Reilly to go through, well, to go to Rio off the back of that performance. Be interesting to see his reaction.
Well, both think they've done enough, but only one can get to Rio.
The winner on points and automatic Olympic qualifier from the red corner, representing Egypt,
Hossam Abdin it is, who goes to Rio, and just look at the dejection and the disbelief on the face of Michael O'Reilly. It's the Egyptians who are celebrating, and Irish disappointment on a night when they're looking to make a bit of history.
Yeah, O'Reilly the clear winner of that one for me, and it seems everyone else in the stadium massively disappointing for the Irishman. It'll take a while to get over that, but he's going to have to pick himself up and go again, because he's definitely worthy of a place at an Olympic Games.
He'll have a couple of opportunities again next year, but it's Abdin who has bagged himself a slot at the summer showpiece in 2016. We do have the medal ceremonies coming up a little later on, after the first of our finals, which are going to be next. And you see it is Hossam